red side, and Sputti scrub on the blue side, who won their first match because one at a DC. Somebody told me, but let's have a look at the split.
It's a point that I like that he's gonna have you for that. But look at Milo Kreiter. He's doing a really good job over on the other side of the map on the east side, just holding up two of the players. I think Bullet might actually get the full cap. Yes, he did. Oh wow, that was a really good job from him actually. And over at the Henge is still contested. Two of the red team currently up against. Against Tam, I'm gonna say. But Sputty's dead.
Yeah.
Sputty's dead, dude.
Nice focus on Sputti.
It's just simple. He's dead.
just that. Now 2 people against Tamir. He can actually keep this neutral for a long time against those 2, I assume. And the respawn is gonna come soon. I don't know. Is he gonna go for the Henge again? Quite possibly. We've got a 1v1. We've got Necro against Art Tatum, so against an engineer again. We already saw this. Is the supply kit dropped? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's already dropped.
Yeah.
And now he's got Bullet Punch to worry about as well, so he's not going to survive that long. He needs reinforcement soon. We see from the side Lipian coming in there to help Art Tatum. Bullet Punch doing a lot of damage. Art Tatum down, but the rest seems pretty straightforward. Or he interrupted himself there, I think, and now he's in a fear chain. That might get difficult. Necro's quite low as well, but now he's going to get the stomp. Was it the battle standard? Yeah.
Yeah, that was good, and they switched it. The Necro on the red team just went down, actually. They completely switched that up. Milo's going to go in for the res. They're going to try and put enough cleave damage down. I don't think they're going to be able to. Oh, there was a little burst damage came out. Literally, I think it was at 99% HP.
Oh, and knocked off the point. Now Milo can't really leave, otherwise the point is going to go to the other team. And 3 people against Milo now. We saw Bullet running there for a second.
That was a good move, man. That was a good move at mid from the blue team, but they were a bit screwed at the moment because that early mine cap has really kind of transported the red team into the lead by only 50, 60 points or so. But at the beginning of the match is quite an important way to start.
Yeah, and they're having a bit of trouble at the Henge as well now. Sputti is just respawning, but I don't think he can get there in time. The cap is almost done, so they are even going to do it before Art Tatum can help. And now Sputti and Art Tatum are caught between 2 actually roaming people. They just kind of stop by and are going to try and chase them down.
They're backing out though. That's quite important that they actually do that. I think they don't want to get caught. They don't want to get caught over there. They just need to back out. There's 3 versus 3 now, actually. Potentially could push back towards the Henge, but I think they're migrating. This team fight is migrating over towards mine at the moment.
They're looking to rush over mine. The 2 outer points currently in the position of not lunch. Milo Kreiter, the only person on the point, but he's gonna get some assistance there coming in. Gendium, Odium, and Necro are coming in almost to decap already, so somebody moved off point there. Now 3 people attacking. We've got also Bullet Punch coming there. So Lipion is in the perfect position to go and do a decap on the Henge, and that is exactly what he's gonna do. So lots of pressure on the far point to kind of get them from the close point, although Quoth was still there doing a chieftain, kind of extending their lead, and also managed to now defend the Henge.
What a good move from Kuiva. He took the boss out and got back onto the point to actually stop him from decapping. What a pain in the ass. And he's not going to be able to get him down anytime soon, really. He needs to get some backup over there. But the thing is, I think Kuiva he's just kind of nipping off the point every so often. So there's actually, he just did it again to get those might stacks, which is dangerous because he didn't really need them, really, because he just needs to keep the point in their control. So I think couple of mistakes.
Actually have a lot of off-point action going on here. Bullet Punched, killed in the middle of nowhere. Tatum trying to get the stomp through. No interrupt there. He didn't have stability, but that didn't matter. Ingenium Odium on the bow there. And still quite a big team fight at mine. But I think it's really just a bit of distraction. Maybe Lipian can take Quoth, but it's going to take a while. He's still, Quoth, moving off the point again and again just to stay alive and kind of make the pressure on Lipian happen. Now off point again. There is almost a cap, just a little bit of a knockback, and it's in the blue hand.
Deary me.
Oh, but now Bullet Punch is coming.
Oh,
and he could really...
Did they cap?
Wait, yeah, they capped it. Lipion has it
Okay.
now. Now he's in the defending position, and the problem is he's quite low on life already. All cooldowns are out at the moment. He needs some support. Somebody needs to die. We already see the blue team moving on from the mine fight. They really want to keep the point, but Lipion is not going to be able... Oh, the respawn is coming. Sputti went down, got respawned, and might be able to get on the point to at least keep it neutral.
Yes, he's just about to. I mean, they're doing a good job. They're starting to come back. I'm just having a look around the map at the moment. Dipset's currently just wandering over to me to make sure no one's going to go for that. And again, the team fight has migrated back over to the henge. So this is going to be important for us. Sputti, really, you know, the focus on the red team is really good. They've got their focus down. Sputti's trying to line of sight, but they're all following him. They're really tight on his tail, man. But look at the avoidance from that. Oh, that was good. He's actually regenning quite. Oh, the conditions! Just as I said that, I think
they killed the spirit first. Kind of went down in AOE as well. So
That's
no
it.
rest there, and Box really strong pressure here. They want to keep the 2 other points. They aren't. Oh, they are going for it. Ingenium Odium here trying to get the 1v1, and he's really doing it. Lots of pressure already. Dipset needs to move off the point. The decap is through, and I don't think he is really able to re-engage, but he's going to try and go for the far point instead. Is he really faster?
He's actually, you know, Ingenious is just completely. He'd rather just keep the one
Oh,
cap.
and the immobilize. And
Good
immobilize.
idea. That's a good idea, dude. Because he can go back and cap mid if he kills him, and he can get a 2 cap pretty much solo here. That's a really good job from Ingenious.
It's a bit of a sacrifice, but, well, not really a sacrifice. A
No,
tricky
I know
decision.
what you mean, though.
A tricky decision, but it's good. He's really winning in the 1v1 against Dipset. He's having lots of problems, just lost almost all of his HP when Ingenium was already chasing him. And the fight just went from half HP to 0. In a couple of seconds he can go back and cap the midpoint. Of course, their close point is open now, but everybody is kind of busy at the henge at the moment.
Yeah, this fight over at Henge just feels like a really big distraction tactic for Red at the moment. They're just holding everyone here at the moment, and there's no communication from the blue team at the moment. No one's helping each other here. I mean, Dipset's really the only one that's being mobile on the map for these guys, and the Warrior on the red team. These are the most 2 mobile players at the moment. They've literally got, look, as I'm looking at the map, half the map. No, 3/4 of the map is theirs. This team fight is just draining the blue team.
Dipset's gonna get chased again from Odium. He knows that he's gonna lose the fight, so he's running and trying to give a bit of assistance from the henge. I assume they just want to clear that point and kind of try and move on from that, but they're not managing to. They're kind of losing the fight. Sputti is pretty much always the focus target. Kind of a good idea from him to now keep out of the fight and just stay on the little ledge here on the side. We see our Tatum coming to it, and Ingenium Odium pretty much keeping 2 points there. Not really much of any advancing blue players around. They want to get the point and move on from there, but it is probably already too late for that.
And the funny thing is, the most mobile really of the team is the engineer. Yet he is in this team fight. I mean, obviously he's useful in the team fight, but still he's got a lot of swiftness. He needs to be using. They need to be using his speed and his mobility around the map as well to try and assist.
And now it's a 3 cap. We've got 60 points to go. Those are just gonna melt away, and that's a pretty straightforward win there for them. They're chasing them away. I also want to mention that Necro, as I call him, pretty much perfect position. Didn't get attacked on the ledge here on the side, on the little upper corner here. Just stayed there, spammed his skills, does a ton of damage and didn't get disturbed. But Sputti now on the undefended midpoint, we got Ingenium Odium busy against Dipset, so they at least got 1 point and a creature directly behind it. They are kind of doing the honorable thing and trying to get as many points as they possibly can. But there's nothing that will change that Not Lunch is going to take this match.
Strong performance from these guys, to be honest. That was just, you know, I mean, Ingenium, seriously, man of that game. I mean, how good was his movement against Dipset there? I mean, winning that one-on-one, they needed to switch out really and just get someone else on those one-on-ones really. Even just the other Warrior, because you know, he literally led the red team to a win just by doing what he did over on that other side. The map was his, really.
Yeah, he kind of portrayed the normal elementalist, always switching between 2 points, and he did it brilliantly. Just
Really
always
good
won the 1v1s, and the rest of the team was, they kind of turned it around. At first, it was a try from Sputti's Scrap to kind of pressure them on the red close point to enable the 1v1 to continue on the henge, and they won it, but then they just turned it around, did the same thing to them, and arguably a little bit better.
I mean, really, they in this game, they're gonna have to. I think they really need to try and use Art Tatum to get him around the map a little bit more if they possibly can, because they really got pigeon. I mean, they fed red team some kills. They fed them the rest of the caps that they had, and they just got too pigeonholed into that area. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they managed once to kind of get back in there, but that's not really enough if you can't hold it once you get it.
Exactly.
And I think it's a mean thing to say, but I don't really see much of a chance for the blue team here. We saw a brilliant rotation from the red team, or well, the rotation they needed to do on Niflhel. And if they manage to control Niflhel that way, that well, I don't see why they shouldn't be doing it on this map a lot better, because the points are so close. We didn't see a team fight advantage for the blue side, so there's really not much they can do, I think. But I'll be gladly surprised if they do it. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, I think again there's no thief. There's no thief in these games. You know, there's no mesmer. These guys aren't even using, like, it's interesting to see, like, you know, a range. They've got 2 rangers. Why not go one of them? I mean, I'm probably maining both, of course, like Ranger, which, you know, that's just their thing. They feel like they're more comfortable on those builds, of course, but they're missing, you know, it's again with how we saw last team as well, ASDF. I've said that around the wrong way, probably.
Nope, ASDF as it is on the keyboard.
Okay, good. Oh yeah, geez, I didn't even think about that. You know, there's something missing. It's, you know, it's a team queue. That team is probably quite solid and good, but maybe, you know, maybe they'll pull it out this game. Maybe they got pigeonholed into that fight. They didn't really realize what was going on. It's easy for that to happen, to get into a team fight, and then you're just there for 10 minutes, and the time goes so quick because you're actually having a lot of fun in it, and then you forget that you're in a competitive game to win something.
Yeah, exactly. But simply, I think, especially with Sputti as a scrub, they kind of that they have 2 rangers is because 2 people are, as you said, most comfortable on ranger. And if you look at the entire scene at the moment, very few teams actually use a ranger. And they've got 2.
Yeah, that is true.
They're trying to make it work with a bit of a build variation, but didn't work this time. Maybe it works in the next match, which we'll be having on Legacy of the Foefire. It's the second match, possibly the deciding one for Not Lunch to go into the final or to go into a third map. We'll see. Red team is Not Lunch. On the blue side, we've got Sputti's a Scrub, and we'll have a look at the split.
Wondering how they're going to go with this. I thought they were going to send almost 3 to far there for some reason, but Milo Karate is going to go to mid, so is Tam as well. So both Guardian bunkers go into mid, and this is a 2-1-2 split for both teams. So these matchups are going to be important now. Bullet Punch, see, the Engineer versus the Necro isn't nice, but sorry, it was in Death Shard there. I thought it was going to go down. Oh my good lord, I really would like a different bar for that. That would be so nice. Jesus.
Not Lunch is going for both their damage dealer to kind of clear their home point quickly. The question is with 2, well, people who can outlast them. How's it going? Sputti really well here using the terrain to get Necro and almost killing him. He managed to run away, but runs into the hands of Art Tatum, goes down. Stomp is trying to be done. Bullet not really in a position to get the rest off. So great potential here for them to secure this point in a couple of seconds.
That was a
Bullet Punch
really
actually running
nice.
away, so they can also really quickly advance to the midpoint and maybe do something there.
That's.
Meanwhile, on the waterfall, what is happening?
I was gonna say I just looked through to mid and just saw them sitting next to each other. But looking at see Dipset isn't having the same kind of luck versus Quiv, but he's versus Quiv and Ingenium now. Ingenium's really low. It looks like yeah, it actually looks like
But there
Lipion.
could come a little bit of damage. Dipset down
Oh,
again.
both
Bullet Punch
down.
stomping already, but there was the battle standard, yeah. So instant res, always a really strong thing. Dipset now out of the equation. 3 people against Lipion and Genium Odium isn't really necessary in that fight, so they're going to try and do something in the mid. Actually, a little bit of a lead for Sputti's Scrub. Who'd have thought?
Yeah, that push over towards the quarry is pretty much, that set them up pretty well. So they're already on a good start. Now they need to decide whether or not Sputti is actually going to stay there, because the red team just stay on the other 2 points. It's tough for him, but you look at the focus now that's coming out onto the Necro to he's actually getting a lot of focus. He's doing well now. He's come out of the point to try and get some regen up. But look at Dipset. He's actually on him again, just making sure that they're aware of where he is to make sure that he can't get off point. Because he's doing nothing at the moment. He's really out of the fight
He's
completely.
just running.
Dipset's doing good. Yeah, and that's what they need to do. So they've done a really good job. They've scouted him well.
Did the Necro just bug into the wall?
Yeah, because I'm bugged into it as well.
Okay, Necro in the wall, so he's not a
screwed for a
problem.
bit.
Are they going to leave him there? They're actually going to leave him there. So we have a bit of aggression here from Bullet Punch and Gedium Odium on the... Oh, is there... No, the res is not going to go off. The damage from Bullet Punch was enough. Tamir going back to support Lipion there. But Lipion already pretty low, and the 2v2 might be fairly hard to win. They still have the point. Tamir is going to be able to hold it for quite a while as the bunker guardian. And it does look like Ingenium Odium and Bullet Punch don't really see a point to the fight anymore. Tamir switching with them to the mid fight. I think we're going to see a fairly big mid fight now. Just to... Oh, did somebody... Yeah, Sputti wanted to get the gate down already. Almost did it.
Oh, Dipset's just gone down off mid, but it looks like Necro's gone down. So, oh no, Dipset just going down to Milo Crater there. The Necro actually, he did get out of the wall in the end using, I think he used Flesh Worm, but he actually had a lot of because he was left there. They thought he was just stuck there. He was able to come out and kind of surprise them, and I think he took down. So much DPS came out from him, but look, at the moment he's free capping Quarry, so no one's even watching out for that dude. That's a big mistake from those guys. Art Tatum's not going to be there in time. He needs to get there to contest it still. Use that speed and get over there as soon as you possibly can. I don't think he's going to be able to get there.
He's actually not switching. Well, now he switched.
Oh
but
no!
He didn't switch weapon set for quite a while, so he didn't really use all his potential speed. I don't know why he did that. Sputti and Dipset now going back to help him out there, but they're fighting on a cap point and Artatum almost down just getting there. The Necro really did a number on him when he just arrived.
The res came out. Yeah, the res came out there as well, but that's kind of it's not a waste at all, of course, but it's used so early in that team fight and not really a clutch kind of time either. So they've still got control of Quarry. Red are perfectly fine there at the moment. Outtating kind of backing up. I think as he was running as well, he might have jumped off something or the beginning, which actually put him into combat. So when he switched, he wasn't actually running that fast anyway, and then he wasn't switched. So a couple of mistakes coming out from the blue team at the moment, but they're still in this game. They need to pull out a cap somewhere though.
Yeah, and it might actually be the Quarry, because they have the upper hand at the moment. Ingenium Odium going down. Is there a rest try from Bullet Punch? Well, he really needs to retreat now, because he can't stand against those people for very long. 3 people chasing him.
Interrupt you very quickly. Quive's gone for the Lord.
Cool. Okay. Apparently a single Lord Rush.
With the fiery greatsword.
And that can actually be done. So
yes, again.
really
He's
sneaky.
doing
So they're currently 4 people on the field, and they still manage to hold it quite well. And the Lord is gonna go. I think the heal came through. Well, he needs to work. He picked up the second fiery greatsword, and that's gonna make quick work of the Lord, I guess. And there are the points. So that's a pretty strong lead, and they still managed to hold their own on the field with only 4 players.
No contention on that Lord, man. They could. All they needed was like one person to go
Oh,
back to
but
just.
now they actually managed to, they had an undefended waterfall, Artatum kept that, so it is at least a point from where you can come back. If
That's
you
true.
manage to hold it. They
At least
now
they
just
took
need to
advantage.
rotate smart.
This is going to be the problem now because they've still got quite a few. They've got 2 or 3 people hanging around mid. They did get the kill on Ingenium just on the just off the midpoint on the south side of that point as well. So that's actually gonna really benefit them. Hopefully they can get into this team fight, but Sputti needs to watch for that respawn because the Necro is actually popping onto that point now. 1v1. I think Sputti's been doing really well against the Necro. Actually, he's had a lot of focus on him. He's using those. He's using the abilities of his spirits really well as well. But he's getting a lot of conditions. He's going to try and hold that heal for as long as he possibly can. Well, he's just used it just now, so that is a good idea actually. But he needs to stay in it to remove those conditions and not wander out of it like
He actually
just
has
did.
quite a lot of damage potential there, as we've seen.
He
And now
has,
Tommy
yeah.
is coming to
Whoa.
support him. So that is really a
Nice.
good situation now. They managed to rotate from the mid-fight to actually support the people and still getting somebody down. Bullet just in downstate on the midpoint. So I have to say I underestimated them a little bit. I didn't see this coming.
Yeah, the problem is that currently Waterfall is going to be, looks like it's going to be at least decapped from
Yeah.
Ingenium. He's sneaked around the back there, so they need to be careful. They are downing people in mid, so if they can migrate or
Tatum now Sword is
take
trying to
that.
get there. Has the problem that he was infight and slowed. Is trying to get there. I don't think he can get there before the cap's coming. Nope, he's not even trying.
No, that's it. I mean, I think if they can take the advantage and just try and get that 2 cap, get the cap at mid. But you know, there's too many people here. There's too many people here. They need to distract Red. They need to pull the warrior away from Waterfall. Maybe try and get a decap. But they are coming back. I mean, even with that Lord kill.
They're actually
That's really good.
focusing Milo Kreiter right now. It is difficult, but it's a really big thing if you manage to down the Guardian in a team fight. Then a lot of support is going. He managed to get back up. Oh no, how are his cooldowns? Pretty much everything is out already, so a good focus on Milo could really down him, but they don't have the guys to down him. They don't have the damage potential. Tatum had to try to line up with Lippian and go for Odium.
Yeah, Dipset's going down a lot in these fights, in these team fights, and also one-on-ones as well. I think it's just having a bit of trouble at the moment. Their focus really is on him first. It's all on him first. Even Art Tatum isn't having that much trouble in his team fights. But look, Ellie's on him, Necro's starting to go on. It's always got conditions. He's just always being focused. I feel really sorry for him, but also at the same time, the red team is doing a really good job at keeping that.
So he's got the torment and he's running away. So it's gonna go
Almost
down
got
in
the
a second.
cooldown. Oh no! Did
There
he
he's
get it?
down, but Tommy is really good on the res. No damage currently on him. Now they
No.
switch to damage, and the stomp got through. A little late on the damage there from Lunchbox, but they did it. So who am I to judge?
That was unlucky, man, as well, because that red spirit cooldown just came off just as he went down, so he wasn't able to actually get the
We've
cast
got
off.
2
just
down
before.
states now on Waterfall, so that adventure is kind of failed.
Lord, I reckon it's a Lord rush for red is the only
Just-
way that they can come back into this right now.
Yeah, but they need to get a bit of more points. 100 points difference.
Yeah.
That can really screw them. Just a triple cap in the time it would
That's
take
the
to
problem.
do the Lord Rush could already mean the win for Lunchbox there. But they came back quite good. They had a huge disadvantage with not being able to go up against 4 players on the field. And then the Lord just done in the background. Now focus on Dipset again here in mid. Tatum also there, but 4 people from Lunchbox. So, and the really far capped point for red might mean if they really manage to focus. No, they don't focus Tatum. They aren't even trying. What
They're
are they
actually
going for?
retreating?
Apparently.
I think they're paranoid. They're just checking, I think, in Lord
Yeah.
range. I think Bullet might be just checking the back to see if they're going. He's actually gone into the base. I think he's just literally going to wait there.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Well,
That's
a
a bit
move.
of a waste.
Yeah, well, the Lord Rush is the only way that can come back from them, and with only 50 points to move around, and 50 points until it's just the game for Lunchbox, Bullet, as a bit of a defensive wall, could already decide that they're not going to get it in the time.
Yeah, the movement's just too slow at the moment. If they're gonna do it, they need to. There you go. They are gonna go for it, but there's too many defenders already. You know, they're backing up, and they need to get They also need to get those players over the
30 points room is just not enough to do a Lord Rush in.
No way.
Now
No
it's
way.
20. They might actually get there, but they're not going to be able to do much to the Lord. They don't have that much damage to nuke him down as, for example, a Pain Train like a Mesmer Thief combo could do it. And the last 5 points are coming. A Stomp could do it, but it won't. The 2 cap points are enough. The last point is ticking, and there is the win for Not Lunch, the second. So they are going to go onward to the finals.
They did come back, especially with that Lord kill as well. So even that Lord kill, even though Quive went for that Lord kill, I'm not sure it really made like a